I have girl questions too. Whenever we're.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
All right, so I just use your brain. All we're getting at. Hold on, we can't call in anything. It's impossible. It's like we're untouchable or something. We make the rules and we could just like call in radio shows. Are you nuts?
Someone's called the situation with the girl a catastrophe.
Right. All right. What's your question there?
Louis just had a very funny line too. I said, I have girl questions, and Louis said the dick goes in the cunt.
That's all you gotta know. Don't put it in her nose.
That's what it was.
Cunt.
Why whenever I pull it out of her fucking pussy is there earwax on it? Wait, I see.
Stick it in her cunt, come, and then walk away.
All right, what do you got, Jimmy?
Let's just say you're talking to a girl. Let's just say that it's a girl that you're in love with or whatever. And I'm not saying this happened with my girlfriend. I'm just saying if it ever happened. And you're talking about an experience she had that she said sexually was not good.
Right.
Like, man, I really felt bad. It was like, ugh, it was gross. And then you're at dinner talking. And she goes, I just remembered, like, I came 4 times during that. But it was really repulsive.
So she came even though it was bad?
Wow. That happened to me one time years ago.
She brought it up.
No, well, I had actually...
How did it get brought?
Wait a minute. You mean something that happened with her and somebody else?
Yeah. What happened was this. I was dating a girl once who had a sexual encounter. She was talking about it. And
what was the sexual encounter that she...
Just had sex with a guy. I mean, how
was it brought up?
I ask sex questions.
Oh, okay.
But I forget how.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I'm crazy.
You ask a girl about sex she's had before.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you torture
And
yourself?
she said it was bad before, and then she later said she came 4 times during it.
But she said it was bad. Not bad like a rape, but just like, ugh, I felt gross. It wasn't enjoyable.
But she came 4 times.
Was it because of... I know you don't want to get into specifics, so we'll go... No. I see how far you want to go. Was it because of who the person was, the location, the sex act? Like, what about this situation was repulsive to her?
I think it was the person that she was hooking up with. I think she wasn't that... Again, I didn't get into all the details. I think it was like someone that she wasn't that attracted to, but just kind of liked as a person. I think it was more like that kind of vibe. Like, it wasn't... It was completely consensual, but it was like, it wasn't any type of...
Negro. It wasn't like a Negro.
No.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
No, don't put that thought in my head. No. It was just like that, and it wouldn't have been a big deal if she enjoyed it. It was like years before we met. It was nothing.
So what's the problem?
My question is, it was not really a problem. It was like, it was really gross, and then like we were talking about something.
How much later? Did hours go by or days go by?
Oh, like weeks.
Weeks went by.
And then saying I was reading something, I wrote about it at the time, like kept like a diary or something, and goes, I came 4 times. I didn't even remember that. Like, I didn't remember that happened.
So she remembered it being gross, but then looking back at her records.
Her records of
the fuck.
I went to the Hall of Sexual Records.
It says here I came 4 times. I'm so surprised. I remember hating that.
No, but she's still saying she's like, maybe you don't understand, but it was like, to me, it was like a weird reaction. It still wasn't a sexy experience to me, even though I did. Like, I kind of believe her, but
here's my question for you: is this does this concern you, or are you just curious about
More
it?
Curiosity. I don't know if it concerns me or not. It doesn't. Is it a threat to me? No. I mean, it was long before people ever knew each other.
Not you're trying to learn something about your girl. If you're trying to understand. Did you ask her about it, or?
I don't know. It's not actually the girl I'm dating now. It's an old girl.
Of course.
Years ago.
Of course.
I don't know. It just fucking sex freaks me out, man.
It's kind of he doesn't feel threatened by it now,
right?
But there's something about it, that isn't sitting right, because you were told it was this repulsive kind of thing like that. Yet her coming 4 times, in some way, makes you feel like you're not doing something you could be
coming
doing.
Isn't always a positive. I mean, I was getting blown by a hooker in a condemned building once. With like a broken window, and I thought I was going to get mugged because she had some weird friend in the next room. It was a really bad situation, and I came, No.
That girl later became my wife.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, I was even at the time joking with her, and I'm like, you don't, like, just a word of advice, you don't tell the guy you're dating that you came 4 times with someone when the guy you're dating has never made you come 4 times.
Oh, I see.
You don't.
What? You're asking a question.
No. I know. That's what I'm not mad. I wasn't mad then. It was
you haven't broken that record, that
I
barrier.
don't know what it is. That's what I can't give you a logical answer.
Are you sure she wasn't kidding?
Why would you ask the...
That would be hysterical. Yeah. What a great joke to play on Jimmy. Just to sit there and laugh and go, I bet this fucker is toiling over this.
I don't know. Why? There's like a certain line you go through.
Have you made her come yet?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I mean,
But not 4 times. Is that really the thing?
4 times by having a lousy fucking time.
Yeah, like, I just, it's almost like, I don't know. I'm in therapy now. I went back to therapy, so I'm like going through all this weird sexual questions and stuff. Not like, but just like bizarre, like what do I like sexually? Like, am I a pervert? Do I want to spank somebody? Do I want to be gentle? Like, I don't even know when I'm turned on half the time. It's like I'm such an addict. I jerk off so much. I'm having this weird stuff with,
Your therapist
sex.
can't wait for you to come in.
Oh, believe me, I'm late. She's never complained. Don't worry. Sit.
No, you're the kind of patient she trained for.
Oh, yeah, I'm a mess. She told me.
Everybody else is like, my boss did something weird today.
Yeah,
Jesus.
right.
Get Jimmy in here. I just fucking have hookers chat in my mouth. I'm not sure how I felt about it.
Is it kind of a...
Well, Jim, let's talk.
I can't believe you asked the current girlfriend about her past.
I know.
Wow.
She said to me, she goes,
wow.
She goes, I've never had a guy ask me these questions before.
That's
and
good.
a part of me does it, like, part of me does it because...
most guys out there would not ask.
But a part of me is like, a part of me, likes to hurt myself, so wants to hear bad things. But
obvious.
But if there's a weird OCD thing I have, which you'll get, it's like, I almost feel like it's dishonest. It's like, if there's a fact there, like, I almost like, if it's not spoken about, it's dishonest. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, if I'm fucking a girl, right, and she doesn't think my dick is big enough, even though she loves me and she's enjoying sex with me, if she doesn't think my dick's big enough, that's a fact. So it's almost like I don't want to be patronized by not being told that. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
that's all problems inside of your brain.
You're probably right.
If you're fucking a girl,
oh my God!
This is Jim's brain.
Okay,
he's fucking a girl. What you should be thinking of is, pussy around my dick. I can't wait to come in her stupid mouth.
Yes,
that's all you should be thinking. But you're thinking, I know that deep down inside she thinks my dick's not small enough, and if she would just tell me instead of this facade. I'm screaming while I fuck her. You're out of your mind.
He probably puts it in and looks for this reaction.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't get it, he's thinking, is my dick too small for this girl? My dick's too small. And she's not being honest and telling
me.
And his ideal situation would be for her to go, Jimmy, your dick is just not big enough for me. And you'd be, the honesty, thank you.
No, but I'd be devastated. Like,
of course you would, that's what I'm saying.
You're digging in her subconscious mind and in her past for something to bum yourself out with.
Yes.
You have a beautiful girlfriend that is funny and that loves you.
Yeah.
And you're looking for some shit.
She told me that,
You're looking for some crap.
Yeah, what are you fucking looking for?
She said, and I quote, why won't you just let me love you?
And, God.
No.
That's simple.
Because my dick's too small and you're a whore that came 4 times with a guy you hated.
You're dishonest.
But she said to me, she goes, why would you, she goes, why do you think you don't have what I want? The point I'm making by telling you this stuff.
You don't think you deserve it.
I pretty much know that it's me. I'm not an idiot. Like, I
pretty
do.
much.
Here's what I would say, Jim.
You could be absolutely sure.
Here's the good news. Is that you're a little more conscious and aware than somebody who just says, fucking whore doesn't like my dick.
No,
you're aware that you've got to, you're trying to figure this out, which means you probably
and you are, you're a lot more fucking, like, reasonable about this stuff than I think you used to be.
Because I know her well enough to know this. She doesn't cheat. She doesn't fucking sleep around. She never, like, I know all these things that I actually know. I don't just believe because she said it because I know it. So it's like, well, if I'm having these thoughts, it's got to be fucking. I'm crazy. Like I'm fucking. Sometimes I think I'm fucking. Like I'm like not crazy in a fun way, but then I'm like crazy.
You're trying to take a good thing away from yourself.
Yeah, maybe that might.
You've spent a lot of your life coping with being unhappy, and now things are going for you. You're a talented comedian. You got a career. You're actually starting to take care of yourself physically, and you've got a girlfriend, and you're not used to that. So coping with good life is hard if you don't have the skills.
I keep waiting for things to end.
So you're trying to go to a comfortable place, which is misery. Because you've given yourself a life of comfort and misery.
Your therapist is Louis C.K.?
I know. It's fucking
what the fuck happened?
And he can't wait for Wednesday afternoons.
but I fucking, it's almost like, I know I've talked about this stuff before, but I know I'm not alone with it. I know other guys think it. And I don't know if it's just part of my personality or part of being a comedian, but it's like I just say it. I mean, maybe it's just part of my personality, 'cause I'm sure non-comics have this shit too.
Yeah.
Like a friend of mine told me he used to bang his wife, and he would want her to fantasize and talk about other guys. And like, a way I can understand that, in a way I can't. Would I want to watch my girl fuck another guy? Absolutely not. Can it turn me on to think about her just being like in this dirty porn situation and just sexual? Sure, because I love her and I'm attracted to her. To actually see her doing it? Absolutely not. So I could never go that far.
No, your mind is fun. It's sexually stimulating.
But I don't know how to take this stuff.
That's what fantasy is, but that's also what the past is. It's nothing more than a fucking vapor cloud of what was, you know? So you probably shouldn't dwell on that.
I know.
You're just trying to find a way out of the good.
Yeah, you're looking for some way out of the good fucking life you're having.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to being miserable, and you deserve to be miserable. For some reason, you don't feel you deserve happiness.
Yeah, that's what I think
and I don't know why the fuck you would think that.
You don't like every other human. You don't like yourself well enough.
Was there torturing of little animals growing up?
No.
Is there something in your past that would lead you to not want you to
there
be
is
happy?
one other possibility. Maybe you just know, because it's true, that you don't deserve to be happy because you're a bad guy. Maybe you're just a bad person.
Maybe you're just an asshole.
No, I would say that someone disappointed you.
I think you're right.
In your formative years, something that you're looking forward to, and you just got to take it away
manifest
from you.
into this would have to be a pretty big disappointment.
I
Not
think
like
that's probably
missing
true.
ice cream one day.
And incidentally, my only act of bravery as a child was saving a cat from being tortured from the neighborhood bully. I let it out of the box.
Did you?
Yes.
If you flew airplanes and every time you flew one it crashed, and somehow you survived, after a while every plane you're going to start looking for soft places to crash. You're gonna start going, at least I could crash in that field and not in that fucking thorny tree this time. So you're looking. You're. I think that Opie's right. Somebody bummed you out.
Do other people deal with this shit though? It's like I know this is not. I'm not so fucking unique.
No,
like,
it's not.
Well, let's go to the phones. We got a bunch of guys. Josh in Florida. What's up, Josh?
Hey guys, hey Jimmy, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it has something to do with you want them to tell you everything so that you might have something to resent them for.
Yeah.
So that.
Oh, Josh, stop phoning it in. Oh, wait, it's a caller. I'm sorry. It's really the only way he can communicate with the show. So I apologize.
Go ahead, Josh.
That you might have something to resent them for, so that when it goes, inevitably it goes south, you don't hate yourself.
I do stuff like this. Like, I'm running through a scenario the other day, and it's completely ridiculous. This is the scenario I run through.
Fuck.
No, but this is how fucking crazy I am.
I do this.
She and I are talking in instant message. And I've done this before. Like, you ever been talking to someone and then someone IMs you? And instead of IMing the person you were talking to, the new IM that clicked on gets the second half of your sentence. And then we came home yesterday. And then you're like, what the fuck? You IM me at the wrong time. So I was going through this scenario that I was talking to my girlfriend. And she's talking to some guy who I don't know about. And then I IM her when she's not expecting it. And I get her IM meant for somebody else. And it says, well, he's going to Sacramento this week. Maybe we could see each other Saturday. And
that could be anything.
Right, so you just make that up. And then you enjoy, and then you get mad at it.
But not even as a fantasy. It's just like the way you run through a race or something. Yeah. You run through something in your head. You play it out. But
yours comes out into real
emotion.
Actual emotion comes from this
like
fantasy.
Groucho and Duck Soup. Groucho Marx.
Thanks for taking my point seriously and fucking relating it to Duck Soup. What's like Daffy Duck said when he...
So he's the president of Fredonia, and he's going to meet the president of some other funny country. And... because they're supposed to go to war and he wants to, so he says, I'll shake his hand. I'll give him my hand in friendship. But what if he refuses my hand? How dare he refuse my hand? All I was trying to do is be his friend, and he makes a fool of me. How dare? And by the time the guy shows up, he goes, you idiot, and he slaps him in the face and starts a war. I do that all the time. I get furious at shit I made up in my head.
Wow, I get really angry. That is completely fucked up.
That really is fucked up.
But I know it's not real, so I get myself mad, but then the residue is there, like the smoke.
Yeah.
So I have a bad feeling towards her. So
Holy shit, a genuine bad feeling towards her.
You're trying to...
completely made up fucking...
But the emotion is there, and she's told me, she's like, you have these scenarios, and then your argument is to try to make that a reality. And she's fucking really, I gotta say, she's a brilliant person. I can't.
Well, see, that's why I think this is going to work out, because I hear you saying that you guys are talking about this and that.
Oh, constantly.
So it's great.
You ever fantasize that she brings 2 broads over with you?
No.
With her and says, "Here, come on, let's go," and then you have this good feeling about her the whole time, Jim.
Yep. No, like I always
buys you a nice car.
Let's go to Logan. Logan from Texas. What's up, Logan?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Love the show.
I thought it was Art Elo who fantasizes that his wife brings home a serious. That's his idea of, like, marital humiliation.
And you holds the anger.
Logan is saying that he's sicker than Jimmy. What's the story, Logan?
Okay, I married this girl. I've been married 2 years now. I fucking am sicker than the questions than Jimmy. I fucking make this shit up in my head.
Like what? What do you make up in your head? Give us an example.
I asked her one day if she had ever slept with an N, and she said yes, she had. And now every time she's a delivery driver for a fucking auto parts store, and she has to deliver to all these auto parts.
Slept with a what?
A black guy.
He called it an N.
And
Sesame Street. Did you ever sleep with a letter N?
Yes.
You fucking Sesame Street whore.
But
why can't you just say black guy instead of N?
An N. He wanted to be a little more offensive.
Wait, dude, you said, did you ever sleep with a black guy? She said what?
She said yes.
In real life, she said yes.
Yes, I am fucking just... I fucking am way paranoid. She works at an auto parts store and delivers parts to these fucking mechanic shops, and I think she sleeps with fucking wetbacks and niggers with huge uncut floppy necks.
Boy,
how could she
abandon that whole polite end thing pretty quick?
Why would she cheat on such a charmer?
I know. She picked the perfect way to get back at you.
So no, see, that's actually one thing that I don't care about. Like I never asked I asked my girlfriend, did you ever date a black guy? She's like, no, but I never asked her if she ever slept with one. I just don't care about it.
Well, there's your next question.
But no, it wouldn't. Hold on, sir. It wouldn't bother me. That doesn't freak me out. I don't give a fuck. I fucked black girls before. Who cares?
Me either in real life, but I'm just fucking...
All right, enough of
that doesn't bug me.
Let's go to Bruce. Bruce, what's up? You have the same problem as Jimmy?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, guy,
hey, Bruce.
Or
you start where you want to start.
Go ahead.
All right. I just wanted to agree with Jimmy, man. I got the same damn problem. I don't know what it is, but it's like whenever you're finally happy...
The phone call.
What, sir? What?
I just wanted him to cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Tell me.
All right, go ahead, Bruce.
It's like when you're finally happy, you can't stand it. You got to fucking be miserable again. Sorry, didn't mean to drop the F-bomb.
No, we're on XM.
It's satellite now.
Cock knock.
Dopey ass fuck dick shit.
Yeah, knucklehead.
I used to have these fantasies. Like I was with my wife once. We got in a fight in the kitchen, and then I went upstairs to put one of the kids to sleep. And as my daughter's sleeping in my arms, I start picturing. I go downstairs, and she's got a knife, and she just sticks it right in my chest. Like I got this like really vivid.
Wow.
And then I was thinking the same thing.
I played it all out like I'm in a flight simulator. I'm like, all right, then what do? I push her hand away. Maybe she didn't kill me. And I throw her in the closet, lock the door.
Wow.
And then what do? I'm bleeding to death. I got to get the kids out of the house. But then as soon as I'm in my head in an ambulance being led away, I'm like happy. Because, like, now everybody knows. It's like the UN's got to come in with blue helmets. Everybody knows now that she's fucking crazy.
She's nuts.
Yes.
It's been proven.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
There's no one that will blame me for not going back to that house.
This is fucking beyond me. The closest I could even come to anything like this is if you have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Which is more than just having this daydream type thing.
Right.
It's like got a little more viscosity to it, you know? You got a little more to grab onto when it's a dream. Right. And then you wake up for the dream, and for a very short time where you're still in that groggy period, you look over and go, you fuck. You fucking do that to me? But it doesn't manifest into this fucking grudge that you hold on to and a little piece of it. I have to still be in that sleep awake portion of but that's about as close as I could get to what you guys are talking about.
The only good thing is I do get over it, like where I would hold on to this shit for a long time with people. 'Cause I'm really nuts with some of this shit. But like the last time this happened, it was like we actually went home and she's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I was like, by the end of the night, but by an hour later, we were like kissing and everything was good. We had sex. It was great. Like, as opposed to it being a week long. Like, I give myself credit. Like, it's improving vastly.
You're getting better.
Because we communicate a lot. And it's like, I know it's me. She's just done nothing wrong. She's not a perfect girl, but she doesn't cheat. She doesn't fuck it. None of it. It's just, I'm trying to find something to fucking wreck it.
You're not just doing, you're thinking about it.
You're making up shit.
Yeah, we got another angle from Charlie in Philly. Charlie, what's up?
What's up, Opie, Anthony, Jimmy, and Louie? What's up, guys?
Hey, man, you forgot fan, but go right ahead, selfish.
Oh, sorry. Jimmy.
Yes.
I've been married 21 years, and I go through all these scenarios with my wife and talk to her. Maybe subconsciously it turns you on. And it actually makes you set a goal to be better than the other guy. I do it to the point where I get so turned on and enraged at the same time. I fuck the shit out of her and just leave her laying there like a corpse on the bed. But it's awesome. It feels so good.
So for me, there's a balance between that stuff. Like, there's a place where I could find my girlfriend being sexual with another person, in theory, and in talk, to be very sexy because I'm attracted to her physically. So to see, I mean, I'm a perv. So to see it, to think of my girl fucking a guy with a 10-inch dick, do I want to see that? Never. To think about it, like just to see her being dirty, yeah, I can fantasize. But then there's the little invisible line I cross. And it's like, am I doing this because I'm in a silly perv mood right now? Or am I trying to hurt and degrade myself and put myself in a place that I'll never come back from? Like, there's a weird thing I do with that. Like, there's sometimes where I'm doing it because it's like, baby, you're very sexy. I just want to picture you fucking sucking a guy's dick while I'm fucking you because you're dirty. And I want to picture you eating another girl. Like, that's the way my mind is working. Mm-hmm. And then there's other times where I'm like, okay, let's get to the reality is, you want to fuck a guy with a bigger dick. Here's a sledgehammer. Hit me with it, and I'll never recover. Like, there's a line there, and I don't know why I'm doing things half the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Where does this shit come from?
I don't know. Could it be the little girl who left when I was a baby? I don't know.
The evil dick.
Yeah, evil dick.
Smelly evil. I hate my dick. I'd love to fucking cut it off and throw it in the dustbin.
I saw it in an episode. You should.
I'd like to put it in the fucking ash can.
We go to Arizona. We go to Arizona for the answer. It's Lindsay. Lindsay, what's up?
Morning, boys.
Good morning. We're trying to help little Jimmy today.
I know, he sounds so sad. I feel so bad for him.
I'm really not, I'll be honest with you, Lindsay, I'm really not sad. I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with me.
You know, Jim, it might have something to do with Monster Rain. I'm just going to throw it out there because, you talked about it on the show before.
With what?
That was Monster Rain.
That whole time for me, I mean, talk about it in therapy.
Never heard about that?
Monster Rain?
We talk about it in therapy, the Monster Rain?
Well, the whole time, because again, I have a pain-love association. I talk about it on stage. When I used to fantasize about Kiss when I was a kid, and again, they weren't sexual, my real fantasy about the group Kiss would be, because I worshipped them, that they would come over. And
by the way, this is hysterical.
But
have you ever heard this?
I've never heard, no.
Oh,
but
boy.
The tragic truth.
Strap in, man.
But it's not even that weird. It's that my fantasy when I was a kid is that Kiss would come over and they would beat me. And they would hurt me badly and throw me down a flight of steps. And then when I was at the bottom, devastated and crying, they would come down and hug me and love me and make it all better. And I remembered, all through my life, my fantasies of relationships have been, like, in high school I used to fantasize that a girl would see me being beaten, like, and bludgeoned by people and bloody and somehow surviving it, like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that normal?
I mean, like S&M a lot of times seems like...
But no, not sexual. Nothing sexual.
Like being beat up by guys just beating
but
you.
No...
And she would come over and...
love me. It's not about sex. It wasn't an S&M thing.
You want to be healed, but you want the...
Yeah, that's true. It's not a gay thing. I wouldn't fantasize that men would hurt me, turn me on.
You need the pain and fucking tragedy and just fucking awfulness first,
and then
before the love and shit.
That means somebody in his past did something.
That's the first love that you felt was something that came after something terrible happened to you.
Probably.
Somebody hurt you and somebody else hugged you, and you've never felt comfort like that.
The doctor went to smack him when he came out of the womb, and a finger slipped right up his asshole. Yeah. First breath, he got a finger up his ass.
You were violated, you were really scared by the violation, and then this person made it good by hugging you and going, it's okay.
But I was at a dentist once. I have a huge dental phobia. Like, if I need, like, to get intravenous fucking knockout drugs to just get my teeth cleaned. That's really bad. But this guy, I'm faggot. One time I had a tooth removed, and the guy, it was horrible, and tons of blood. It was so painful. And then afterwards, the dentist came up to me and put his hand around, like his arm around me, and said, "You okay, buddy?" And like he gave me some kind of drug to make me feel better, and I kind of wanted to kiss him like on the mouth. Like I had love for this man,
right.
Because he hurt me, better, right. And then he made me feel better. And I wanted him to fuck my face.
It is the fucking terrorist hostage situation. Yeah. Where
Don't know why.
After a long time, you build up a relationship with these people, even though they're the ones that are putting you in the
Stockholm Syndrome is called.
Yeah. Yep. Let's go to Toledo and say hi to Jason. Jason.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
Hey, my wife is just like Jimmy. She
has a small cock and she doesn't make anybody come either.
Well, sometimes. Sometimes. Thanks, I love you too.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you, buddy.
She dreams these things up that I'm fucking a neighbor, and then she wakes up, she holds it against me. So now, every time we're around the neighbors, I'm uncomfortable as hell. I don't know what to do. You know, she does that all the time. She thinks I'm fucking my cousin's wife.
See, I tend to do this. The last time I did this type of stuff was probably 10 years ago. It was with the last girl I was like, I loved Erin when I was dating her, but I wasn't in love with her because I didn't date her. Like I didn't know her as long as I know this girl. Like I loved her. Mm-hmm. But this girl I know for years, so I'm like in love with her too. I for some reason didn't do this with Erin, even though I did love her. I don't know why. But last time I did this was for real. Was like last long-term relationship I had, which was like 10 years ago, where I was in love with a girl, and I would always try to fucking find out about her ex-boyfriend. Here's the thing with dick size. I'm fine. My dick is fine. But that's something that is unchangeable. Like, that's why I'll focus on that. Like, because I know mentally I'm a pervert. Like, if you want to be spanked or your hair, I know I can do that. And I know that most things another guy did to you mentally, I can do. That's something that I can kind of handle, and I'm comfortable with that because my mind works well. But cock size is an unchangeable absolute. So if that's got me beat, that's something I can hurt myself with, and I can never change. I can never, ever fix it for as long as I live.
But you should actually take some consolation in that, because it is so absolute and unchangeable that there is nothing you could do about it. So that should make it that much easier to move on from. Do
you like your cock?
Yes, it's fine.
Like it?
What?
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. You know, I called yesterday in the airport. I was so bummed out. I called fucking. Excuse me. I called. I'm sorry. I have to burp like that. I love burping that way.
Oh my God. A lizard burp.
It just stuck out.
That's a good one, bud.
Get that for our machines.
It's like a shark burp.
That's a good one.
I called Patrice yesterday because Patrice and I have the same type of fucking lunacy, and he was good to talk to because he certainly relates to all. I know he's a disgusting perv, and I also know that he's a vulnerable, weak, frightened nothing.
Yeah.
You know, he's a combination, which is nice. And we talked about it.
He's also black.
Well, I forget that. Whenever I'm asking for advice, I just never look at his color, or I won't take the advice seriously. But no, he made some good sense. We had a nice chat yesterday. But
see, they're going to be bigger dicks.
No.
And they're going to be smaller dicks.
Yes.
And whatever girl you're with, perhaps, if you inquire, will have been with smaller and or bigger dicks.
Well, I was bugging her one day about it, and I think she was annoyed at me, and she didn't know what to say. She's like, "Look, well, I've definitely fucked guys with bigger dicks." Like, did you have to? I kind of laughed, like, phrasing, baby.
Phrasing is very important.
Definitely, the word definitely.
Yeah,
was not
it's almost like, hey, Goose, I've been protecting you from this info.
Right. But you're fucking dressing yourself up in a deer suit.
I know.
Handing a rifle to a hunter, and then when he shoots you, you go, hey.
But no. I'm Harry Whittington, and Dick Cheney shot me, and I'm a little surprised. There's a difference. I was hunting, but I wasn't wearing a deer suit.
You TV and apologize that you were shot.
What,
asking
sweetie?
For it.
Did you get a lot of love after your suicide attempt? That's coming in, and I kind of like that thought there.
I will say yes and no. It was more embarrassment, but this has been going on long before then.
When the fuck did you try to kill yourself?
When I was drinking and stuff like that. It was more just slight. Yeah, more slight stuff.
Faggot.
Yeah, I know. It was all nonsense.
Why don't you do it, you fucking...
Believe me, you're preaching to the choir. You think I don't realize I should have had a gun?
But did you get a lot of love after the suicide attempt that you weren't getting beforehand? Like, God.
I would say not really, no, because I was more embarrassed by the whole thing, so I didn't want to. I was like, because I sobered up. I was in rehab. I felt like a douche.
Sure.
That was part of the reason I did it, was to get that feeling. But again, it goes way before that. I didn't learn anything from that. that was a behavior trying to recapture something I'd learned earlier. If that makes any sense, like that suffering. And I just had a thought too about the. I was just about to tell my girlfriend, because she's like, I don't know why you think about this. She's like, this is so much in your head. This is not something she's like, well, I'm not having sex with you thinking I wish you had a bigger dick. I'm happy. I like having sex. And I know she's being truthful.
Is it just the way that you quoted her phrasing? Well, okay, I've definitely had bigger dicks.
It was almost a resignation.
You are like forcing her to say that.
I know.
You want to hear that come out of her mouth so that you can say, you see, you think my dick's too small. I'm going to go over here and jack off to something else.
If it's a fact, then it's not honest to say it. Like, I said to her, like, let's say that we were dating and you knew that my history was my favorite thing to do is titty fuck girls. And I only like all the girls I dated, or a couple of girls that had double D tits, and my thing was titty fucking. I love that. Let's say you had A breasts, which he doesn't, but I'm like, no matter how much I loved you, you have A breasts. Like, I want to titty fuck you, I'm attracted to you, but I love you, you're great. But that's it. I cannot make that happen because your tits aren't what I need for that.
You're trying really hard. You're like a lawyer
against... But that's not that big of a stretch, though.
Yeah, but see, you're working so hard to find a way to hate your own dick.
I'm actually, but I am in a way working hard to explain it to somebody who thinks it's crazy.
I could get your explanation, but is the act of titty fucking more important than everything else in your relationship?
No.
If it is, then leave the fucking relationship.
No.
If it isn't, then just fucking deal with it and move on.
No, but if she said to me one day, you would like sex better if my tits were bigger, I couldn't deny it and say she was wrong. Maybe, okay, no.
You could say, I fucked bigger tits.
I could, but then the fact would be, I like girls with bigger tits. So that when I said that to her, it's almost like if that's required for you, if you really like that, even though you love me and stuff, if I can't give you that, you know what I mean? Like, you'll still love fucking me, but there will always be that little asterisk. The titty fuck thing is not that crazy of an example.
But no, it's not. It's not. But you're never gonna find the perfect everything.
Well, the thing is, you're working in the wrong direction. You're working really hard to to say I don't deserve this. You should let the girl fuck somebody who just enjoys the fuck, comes on her ass, and goes home instead of this silliness.
And think of how big your dick looks in between small titties. Problem solved. Small dick, small tits. Look.
But do you understand? I don't have a small dick. My dick's fine.
Hey, Jimmy, don't worry. I'm not criticizing your cock. I've seen it. It's beautiful.
No, I mean, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. What I'm saying is, like, I don't want my dick to be fine. I don't want to be mediocre with my dick. This is what me and Patrice talked about. And the way he phrased it, and he was just perfect, was something about he wants his dick to be undeniably big. Like, no matter what country you're in, if a girl sees your dick,
speed of light, like
big.
Not even relative to anything else. His dick is so big.
Undeniably big. So anyone seeing it would go, that's a big dick.
Like where it's not so subjective as compared to who they've fucked before.
Right.
Like, even a girl that's fucked big dicks. And that was a great point he raised yesterday. It was very funny. And he made me laugh in an airport waiting for my luggage, which that's how funny he is. You know, I laugh
better than him
luggage.
stomping on it.
Always appropriate.
Always.
So that was he made a very good point. And, but that's what I want. And,
wow.
She told me my dick was nice, and I guess that just bothered. It's almost
nice.
Like, she goes, your dick is nice.
She's a woman. She's not a guy. She's not going to say, dude, your dick is fucking awesome.
But that could be said like, God damn, you have a nice ass. Like, when you say that to a girl, it doesn't mean, yeah, your ass is nice. That means that's a great fucking ass.
Nice, gorgeous girlfriend who thinks your dick is nice, and you're trying to find negative. You don't think you deserve it. You don't think you deserve it.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, I know. I can't disagree.
Wow.
But there's also a little bit of validity in what I'm saying mixed in with it, which is what makes it hard for me to let it go. There's some. I'm partially correct.
Only if you're like a lawyer against yourself. You're a genius at fucking yourself.
I know. I'm Johnny Cocksize.
A lot of people saying it has to go back to your childhood.
You should fucking join Al-Qaeda. You'd make a great suicide bomber. Yep. You just would fucking fuck this, fuck everyone. I'm just going to fucking blow myself up and other people that think my cock is small.
It's kind of a hack bit, but we should get him hypnotized on the show.
I wouldn't be able
never
to.
Worked.
I was hypnotized once when I went to therapy when I was 19 or 20 or 22. I think I just
did it work?
They did it in front of a class because I didn't have much money.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm not easy to hypnotize. I've tried it and it's very hard to get me.
All right, let's go to Lucas. Lucas, what's up?
Hey, first off, I love you guys. You love the show. Bummed about Lucky Louie, but
Thank you, buddy.
As soon as the stores open up, to get my copy of the DVD.
Nice. Thank you.
I got to tell you this. I'm such a dope. I went through the same kind of thing. I built something up in my head so much that I got myself physically ill. I threw up. I called a girlfriend from work one time, and the number was blocked. And I'm such an idiot that once I called, she answers the phone, "Hey, Mike, how's it going?" And I'm like, wait a minute. And I just, such an idiot, I hang up. I get myself all worked up thinking, oh, my God, she's seeing somebody else.
Who's this Mike guy? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Everything. And I'm in the bathroom just dry heaving. I've dumped everything out of my stomach. Jesus. I'm sick to my stomach thinking about this. I got to leave work. I go tell my boss, look, I got to go. I'm sick. I don't feel good. I'm not going to tell him the real story.
Your boss says, what's the matter, Mike?
I'm sick. Yeah.
And you realize that was your name.
You realize, oh, my God, my name's Mike.
I'm fucking Mike.
What's wrong with me?
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike. I didn't know it was going to be a hit, Mike.
So I'm in the car driving home. Oh, God, this is killing me.
We get it. You're aggravated.
Yes.
Move to the punchline.
That's when I realized her brother is Mike.
Oh, all right.
Brother
and
is
I'm such a dope.
She's fucking
She's
her brother.
Fucking her brother.
That is disgusting.
That's gross.
But I got myself all worked up over it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, the only thing
How many lights did you hit on the way home? Holy fuck.
I say in my own favor, it's weird, when I was in Sacramento, did I say this on the air before, that my girlfriend's family came to see me and didn't tell me?
Oh, no.
Her aunt, her uncle, and her grandmother came to my show.
And they left without saying hi, you mean?
Yeah, and the reason they did it was not to be rude. They loved the show. She goes, they didn't want to feel like they were intruding because you didn't know they were coming. They're like, he didn't want to meet us, that. He was talking to people. They just kind of felt like they didn't want to be intrusive. Mm-hmm. And
so how did you take that?
Exactly like that. They saw my bulge and laughed and walked on.
I can't even talk to a guy with that tiny
boy he has Ken doll genitals. No. I was kind of glad, like, I'm not doing anything shitty. Like, oh my God, I wasn't panicking. Like, what did they say? Like, it was like, why did they come up and say hello? Like, I was actually kind of annoyed. Like, I wish they would have come up and said hi. So, like, I'm not as fucking nuts as I used to be, and I do kind of figure this shit out, but why do I do that stuff?
I think you're working on it in a very healthy way, Jimmy.
It is. I really think, like, that you talk to her about it.
Yeah, you're talking to her about it is huge.
And here's the thing, Jim. What I would say is
like, your cock's huge.
This thing you're doing, it is part of you. It's not like you can't change what you're like. If that happened to you, if something happened to you when you were a kid that makes you do this when good things happen, it's just part of you. It's not wrong. And if she's listening to it and taking it and she still loves you, then you guys will be all right. And you'll always have that in your relationship that you'll keep going, yeah, but if a black guy came in here, gave you $2 million, would you kiss his dick and then call me an asshole? Well, technically, yes, I would, Jim, but...
Fucking bitch.
You hate me now.
Yeah. But she's never done anything that indicated to me she wasn't happy. Like, she doesn't do that. It's not like I'm picking up... I ask her enough questions until I get what I'm looking for, which is that feeling. It happens right below your neck. It starts like in your throat and it stops above your pube. It's a thickness. It's a heaviness. My therapist told me that your
anxiety, sadness. It's like
anxiety attacks. No. It's not anxiety. No. But it can be. It's like that feeling. Like it's sadness. It's like you have a weight.
Do you know of the feeling you get when someone dies that you know? It's a tangible feeling.
Yes. Yeah.
It's more than just an emotion. It's a physical
feeling.
You're feeling this.
Especially when they die in front of you with your cum on their face.
Right. That's true. Last words.
And you don't have to
small cock. What'd you do to me?
And you don't have to pay her.
But it's that type of like physical feeling.
Yeah.
Do you know my therapist told me, and I just started like a month ago. I'm so glad I went back. Again, it was inspired by my girlfriend. I started to go because we were talking one time. And she goes, "Why? I feel like you're always mad at me. Like, what the fuck? Why?"
Who said that?
My girlfriend did.
I thought you said you were a therapist.
No, I had this anger.
Therapist.
I had this fucking anger.
Why are you mad at me?
For so long, man. It was fucking... The anger was wrecking my sobriety.
Jimmy, you've been holding your feelings back. Why are you doing... Dr. Melfi.
So fucking... my therapist told me, you're just trying to feel something. Because I live in a fantasy world, man. I never realized how much I fantasize until I'll hang out with my girlfriend, and I will actually mime a conversation to myself in my head with her right there about I'm going to have with her. And she catches me moving my lips.
Holy shit.
Dude,
in your
fucking
head.
Bob Kelly yelled at me one time. What the fuck are you doing? You're nuts. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you're fucking talking to yourself. You're with me.
Oh, my God.
And he was right. And I told her that, and she loves Fat Bob for doing that.
That's a bad example. I'd rather talk to myself than to Bob.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I'll fantasize that I'm talking to my girlfriend about something while she's sitting right there. And she caught me again yesterday, and I'm too embarrassed to admit what it is.
You can't face reality, which is she's sitting there and she's there for you. You can't.
I want to dissect
You're
him.
making a fucking.
you're
making another situation inside the same room where she's fucking with you and you don't deserve it.
My therapist
That's
said
amazing.
you just want to feel something.
It really is amazing.
That's amazing.
Well, do you know
but you want to feel something? There's plenty to feel. You got a great girlfriend.
But you know,
how about feeling happiness or love and fucking like excitement and.
But the fact that you're suffering this shit might mean you're working through it. It's like people that say pain is the feeling of weakness leaving
pain
your
is
body.
the touchdown to all. Pain is
Well,
the touchdown of all spiritual progress.
That's not what I said.
No. I was trying to make it sound like a dummy didn't say it. I'm like, what did you say? You know, pain equals joy eventually. No. My fucking therapist said to me, what did she say, man?
She said, die of AIDS. Small dick fucking cunt.
No, that was
worst patient I ever had.
No, we were talking.
Really, doctor? Is that your prognosis?
No, my therapist said to me, she goes, as I'm talking to you, I have no sense of who you are.
Wow.
And I'm like, what do you mean? But no, she's really sharp. She's like, I'm listening to you talk, and I know I'm telling her the truth. I have no sense of what makes you tick. It's almost like the sexual stuff is so distracting, and I use it to constantly distract and focus away from myself. It's fucking lunacy, man.
I'm trying to figure out if I know Jimmy now that you've said that.
I don't know.
Like the therapist, it's only been a couple of weeks, right? So it would kind of be hard to, figure out a person in a couple of weeks. But now I'm trying to figure if I, know you more than just we sit here and do a show and then, an occasional phone call and stuff. Do I really know what you're all about? And I don't really think I do. I don't, because it is a lot of the that bizarre sexual behavior and this weird thing that you're talking about now with the relationships and stuff. So it's like I got to get to know you a little better.
I'm a good guy.
He likes Starbucks coffee.
I know.
I do.
That's what I know.
Skim milk.
He likes
I know
Black Sabbath.
the way he takes his guy. I know his Sabbath and
know
stuff.
facts.
But this is more that I've learned more about you during this one little conversation than all the years I've known you.
Well, yeah, it's
because it's giving a little more insight into
he likes
who
warm
you
dumps on his chest.
No, never a warm one. It's always a solid. Although
a nugget.
Boy, I'm not going to go any farther than this detail.